Hey, what's up, motivators? Taren here. Triathletes tend to be very driven people athletically and in life, so they tend to be very busy. So we went to one of the busiest and most successful triathletes we know, Karrie Stewart, who is part of the Zwift Triathlon Academy for 2022. Karrie Stewart is from Seattle, Washington. She's a top world age group athlete, and she owns a beer bar and bottle shop. And if you know anything about the restaurant and hospitality business, you know that that is one of the busiest industries that you can possibly own a business in. So we went to Carrie for her best tips on how she manages her time while performing to the best of her abilities in triathlon. When regular people want to do something personally amazing in an endurance event, they use motive training plans. Whether you're just getting started or you've done several events and want a little more structure to step up your game, we know what it takes to get amateurs to their goals, no matter how big or small. You can accomplish anything you want. You just need a plan designed for the unique needs of people with families, jobs, and a busy life. The motive training method is that plan to get you to the start line feeling confident and across the finish line feeling strong.
Most days are slightly different, but every morning I do spend about an hour going through sales reports from the day before, just to as I drink coffee, getting into the day. I then usually try and get 1 to 2 sessions in, before 9 a.m., just before I start getting email spam or basically anything else could derail my day. I spend about 30 to 40 hours working for my bar, not necessarily running shifts, but doing admin work and stuff a week. It's just prioritizing what you need to get in that day, that week, really staying organized just to try and get it all in. Some days I don't know how I get it all in, I just do. Plan ahead. Everything I do is planning ahead and eliminating excuses. So I lay out my workout clothes the night before. I prepare my bottles and nutrition the night before a bigger workout. I even, if I'm working out inside, will have put the TV and the iPad on the treadmill or the bike, whatever I'm doing first. It's just preparing ahead of time so that you don't have to waste time or stutter around right before you're about to do something. Every Sunday, I actually plan out my entire week. I'll print out my Training Peak schedule and I will go through and write on it all the appointments I have every day that week. And then I will actually write what times I need to be doing everything. What time do I need to get my bike in? What time do I need to get my swim in, etc. In order to fit everything in a day around all of my other appointments. So I'll lay that out the week ahead of time. And that really helps me mentally as well I have a super busy day. Usually it's Mondays are my busiest days. And you have to mentally prepare to be able to okay, this is what I got. This is what's coming up. Get through this. And then the rest of the week is a little bit easier. Setting reminders or alarms just so that I am the type of person who once I'm doing something, I want to finish it right then, but sometimes you just don't have enough time. So set a reminder or an alarm to be hey, you need to get to this, wrap up what you're doing and get to the next thing if you're going to get everything in today. Monday mornings, I'll set an alarm 20 minutes before I need to be starting my first session, just so that I'm okay, you still need to do dynamic warm up, go put your clothes on, go do that. So you're starting your workout. Mondays it's 5 a.m. And then other times if today I set an alarm for 11:40, so I could be wrap up what you're doing so that I could be on this on time. I think because the alarm, it makes so much noise, you have to go physically turn it off, and so it takes your attention more away than on the computer. If a reminder from the calendar, you can just kind of leave it there. Where this is that annoying sound, I need to go turn it off, and breaks my attention. One of the biggest for me is email management. I actually set times aside to go through emails, and if I can't respond to it within a minute, I categorize it and leave it to get back to later. And then also some certain things I'll just leave as unread, because I'm the type of person who likes to make all of my emails be read and clear out my inbox. So that's a big motivator for me to get back to it. And then usually later in the day, I'll have set around time to specifically go through things that take a lot longer to respond to. Do the most important thing or the hardest thing first in the day. For me, it's usually it's a hard run, especially on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Get that over with first, because hard or long run, because I know that I'm the most motivated in the morning, like first thing. And also, like I had mentioned before, fewer things to derail you if you get the hardest and most important thing done first before the rest of the day happens. I don't know if I'm the best person to answer this, especially for people who are not morning people. Like my husband is not a morning person. He thinks I'm crazy and doesn't know how I get up and work out first thing in the morning. I just think it's been ingrained in me for so long that to me, it's easy to do. I get back to doing things, some like little mundane tasks that only take 10 to 30 minutes that you're like, oh, it's the end of the day. Like do that day, because you aren't going to want to do them tomorrow morning. Like, trust me, you aren't going to want to do them. So just finish those things that take 10 to 30 minutes the night before. Even though they're mundane and annoying, just get it done, because then it's done and you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I have my own little desk. I do it by myself where there's not really many distractions. Sometimes the dogs will come in and distract me for a bit, but yeah, I definitely make sure I do it in my space without other distractions. This is probably my last one, but always have snacks or food available. This sounds weird, but like being hangry makes everything and every task seem so much harder than it actually is. So like I always have some picky bars in either my backpack or even just in my car. I also typically have some leftovers in the fridge for like lunch. All I have to do is quickly heat up, and I'm not having to worry about what's my next meal. Like, do I have time to make it? It's there. I can eat, I can refuel, not be hangry, get things done more efficiently. Yeah, I think for me, it's been if I find myself not being able to mentally be in like 2 workouts in a row, like I'm just not checked in, then it's like, don't just go through the paces. You're just going to hurt yourself. So like, let's regroup. Let's get to where we can mentally be where in the moment, whatever we're doing. If it's a workout, if it's some like meeting with someone at the bar, like if you're mentally not in it, then you need to like take a short little step back and be like, all right, we need to refocus. How can we get back to like mentally being in the moment of whatever we're doing? It's usually not hitting something as hard as I probably should be, or if it was like I was supposed to do a 5-hour ride, maybe only doing a 4-hour, like just slightly cutting it back just to give yourself a little bit of a break. It's been a little bit rough this summer, and I had to give a little bit less to training this summer just because I needed to keep my business like operating. It's sometimes you just have to give a little on certain things, and that's okay. It's not like be all end all. It's right now I have to spend a little bit of more attention to my business than I can to just training. And I think that's okay. It has to be, because otherwise you're just going to completely bury yourself if you try and do everything, and then mental spiral too. Yeah, it's just, you have to do what you have to do sometimes.
Thank you, Carrie. If you want to get our best tips for how to get time-efficient triathlon training done, click the video that's on the screen right now, which gives our 7 best tips on how to get more fitness out of less training time. Later, motivators.